It's episode 18 of This Week in Track, and on today's show, Jamaican sprint fans have something to get excited about, very excited about, in the men's 100. Sha'Carri Richardson returns to the track, and a little bit of a Prefontaine Classic preview. Let's begin. Okay, we start in Kingston, Jamaica, where Oblique Seville runs 9.86 in the 100, blows away the competition, runs the second fastest time in the 100 this year, and puts his name on the map as a potential medalist going into Eugene. Just 21 years old, first time under 10 seconds. Very exciting. If you're a Jamaican sprint fan, very exciting because you haven't had anybody under 9:90 since Usain Bolt back in 2017. This was the last sub 9:90. The last Olympic Games, you didn't make a final. No Jamaican men in the 100 final. Let's just watch this back again so you can see the excitement, the expectation build as it goes along. All right, so we see the start here coming out the blocks. You're probably thinking, okay, ho-hum, any old race. Fast forward a bit. Okay, this guy's a contender. Then we keep going. Next, Bolt. Better than Bolt? I kid. I think actually Seville is going to benefit from the fact that there's been a little bit of a break between the Bolt era. 16, 17, Bolt's still running. He retires. Nothing really goes on in Jamaican men's 100 from 18, 19, 20, 21, and then now to 22. No medals, no fast times. They needed a palate cleanser after Usain Bolt. They needed a way to adjust expectations to where now 986 and number 2 in the world is an amazing performance, something to get excited about. If he had run the 986 when Bolt was still running, but get in line, not a big deal. But because they've gone a couple years with having nobody around in the 100, this feels special. Let's go back to the United States, and the big sprint meet was held in Jacksonville, featuring Sha'Carri Richardson, Aaliyah Hobbs, Brittany Brown, Twanisha Terry. This meet had bad weather. There were some delays, rain. It was really tough conditions. Hard to know what to take out of it. In the first race, Hobbs, Brown, Terry, Richardson, that was the order, 11:28, 11:30, 11:34, 11:37. Then Richardson came back and celebrated early, beat Twanisha Terry, 11:27 to 11:29. You may not be impressed with those times, but it has to be the fastest time ever run on a track that was lit completely by the headlights from Ford F-150s parked outside the stadium. Not entirely sure what the takeaway is for Richardson. Gonna have to see another race. Is she up there already, putting down times that we'd put her in the conversation with Fraser Price and Thompson Hurrah? Not yet, but she's out there competing, running with some of the best in the United States. And listen, she's still just 22 years old. There's a lot of time. And everybody wants her to be amazing all the time right now. Could be a process to get back to where she was in 2021. Back to Jamaica now. Elaine Thompson-Hurrah competed on Saturday in that same meet as Seville. Runs 10:94. She's got that time on lock. It's like cruise control for her. She can just punch it in, and it would take something real bad in terms of conditions for her to run north of 11 seconds. But you might be curious, hey, wasn't she supposed to run in Birmingham against Dina Asher-Smith in that Diamond League race on Saturday, that same day? Well, she was a late scratch, remember? And then we got this story coming out afterwards. This is from BBC. Says she missed the Birmingham meet, complaining about shoulder discomfort. Said she wasn't 100% fit, made the decision not to travel. Shoulder is the best or worst injury, depending on how you look at it, for this situation, because the flight, yeah, you could see how that would knock you out. But then also, if she comes back the same day in races, it's like, okay, well, she said her shoulder. She wasn't complaining about her Achilles or her hamstring. I'm perfectly fine with Elaine Thompson-Hurrah saying, you know what, I run 10.5. I'm the Olympic champion. You want to race me? Come to Jamaica. I'm going to be here until the World Championships. That's the only reason I'm leaving. We don't need to do the exercise about what type of injury she had and discomfort in training and all this stuff. Nah, just be like, I don't want to race over there. I don't want to get on a plane. I mean, is anybody going to blame her for wanting to hang out in Jamaica in the spring versus going over to England? No disrespect to England, of course, but I'd rather hang out in Jamaica. Prefontaine Classic this weekend. If you need a quick guide on which events are going to be good, it's the ones listed on my screen right here. You're starting off on Friday night with the 10,000 meter US championships. We've never seen that before at a Prefontaine Classic. Then a few world record attempts. Then we go on to Saturday. We're going to have that stacked men's 100. You're going to have an amazing Bowen Mile. Women's 800, a Thing Mo versus Keely Hodgkinson. Every single race has Olympic medalists, has huge storylines. It's basically the pre-world championships. I mean, athletes already want to come here, but even more so now because this is where the world championships are going to be held. You want to get used to the climate. You want to get used to the track, the warm-up facilities. You want to stay in a place that's going to cost probably 10 times less than it will be in a couple months.